They have a 9-month program they sell for $4,000. That did not happen overnight. If you're a gym owner and has ever thought about going online or adding a hybrid component to your gym, this is the episode for you.
I started receptioning at a gym. I think it gets to a point where this is a point in life where people just stop believing in dreams. They're like,
and then that night, Jayde tells me we're pregnant. I have a half marathon in the next day. And
how was that moment? So you're in London, you're having the time of your life, you've got an online business, and you find out that you're pregnant. So the point is, it's never ever the right time. Jayde was pregnant, you guys weren't making that much at the time, but you still got a mentor and it still really helped you guys. I'm proud to say in our second month, you made
120K. It was our biggest ever month of the whole year. I think it took us another 6 or 7 months to get back to that.
Welcome back to the Fitness Business Consulting Podcast. I'm here with Jake and Jayde from Fit Tribe, multi-7-figure online fitness business owners that help nurses and teachers. They have a 9-month program they sell for $4,000, but that did not happen overnight. If you're a gym owner and has ever thought about going online or adding a hybrid component to your gym, this is the episode for you. Jake and Jayde, welcome to the podcast.
Wow.
You're excited
You sound
to be
really
here.
impressive. I like it. Thank you for that intro.
I'll come here every day.
Okay, so I've had Jake on before on his own. I've had Jayde on before on their own, on her own, but never together. So 4K, 9 months, multi-7 figures, nurses, teachers are your niches. We really need to backtrack to the beginning so people can understand how you went from in-person fitness to going online. So Jake, I would love to hear your start in fitness and how you started in the industry.
Yeah, definitely. It was a very, very long time ago, over 10 years ago now. And, had a really big weight loss result, lost 18 kilos in a couple months. And, from there we just loved helping people. A lot of people asked what we were doing.
Just to be clear, you went to someone else's boot camp?
Yeah, it
had that transformation?
Yeah, Jayde had moved from the Sunshine Coast, and I think it was a way to just make friends, I think it was.
Yeah, well, Jake was a professional swimmer. He was a professional swimmer and he stopped. So if you don't know much about elite sport people, when they stop, they gain a lot of weight.
And swimmers, I saw Ian Thorpe, Jeff Hugo.
Yeah, they all go. And the reason why I went to the boot camp was I actually was getting my hair done in someone's house and their son came home. And I was just talking and I don't know how. He's like, oh, if you knew, you should come check out this boot camp. And I said, all right, why not? So then I came home and said, Jake, we're going to this boot camp. And someone who is overweight was not excited to go. So that's how we ended up in boot camp.
When you're a professional swimmer, you are elite, top 1,000% fit.
Yes.
Gaining 18 kilos. Jake, let's go to the boot camp. Yes. Where was your level of fitness then?
None. I had ate a lot of food and didn't want to exercise. And I think it was more forced, to be honest. I think Jayde really forced me to go. And yeah, I was obviously very lucky.
Were you allergic to the pool then? Hated it?
It took me about 8 years to get back in the pool. I hated it, yeah.
Swimmers talk about that a lot because you just look at that fucking line for hours.
It took me
a
very long time to get back in. But yeah, from that as well, I think we ran our own boot camp. That was maybe, and then from there we did a lot of.
The reason why we started was there was a challenge. So for the next boot camp, there was a challenge on who could bring the most members. Jake and I,
that's a nice referral program for everyone at home.
It was a great one. We brought 60 people.
60 people.
We went to every single person we could meet, like through Facebook, our friends, family, everyone. We brought 60 people to the next in person.
Did you know you were doing lead generation then?
We didn't realize we were being used a little bit. No.
We were in buy swap cells, and yeah, some of the stuff we were doing was ridiculous.
So what was the prize for the person who brought the most people?
I wouldn't even remember.
Yeah.
Was it free entry?
Probably just a little pat on the back.
Probably. We would have done it for a
What
cuddle.
was the cost of that boot camp?
I think it was like $49 or $39 for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So $39
it wasn't
per
our
week
boot
for 8 weeks?
It wasn't our boot camp.
In total.
In total.
It was something cheap. It was very cheap.
So 60 times 39 is 2,400-ish.
Yeah.
What did you get from that? Remember, what was it?
Literally nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to say almost nothing. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah. This is where we started to dabble in network marketing. This is where they get you.
So you just absolutely love that place due to the transformation you actually had. And as normal, you just want to tell everyone about literally. It. Hey, come on down, look at this. This was great. And then from there, what happened next?
We ended up starting our own boot camp. Remember we moved to...
Do we talk about our Herbalife days?
We did. Yeah, we were doing network marketing.
Hang on, Herbalife, for anyone at home, network marketing, think isogenics.
Yeah.
We will delve into that actually.
Yeah.
So Was Herbalife a part of that first boot camp for $39?
Yeah, so we knew
Hang
nothing.
on. So
Yeah.
you were in the Ascension program.
Yeah.
You joined the boot camp for $39 and they'd sling you with Herbalife products.
Yeah, so we had never heard of it. We'd never done anything about it before. We honestly, like, I think it's where they get you is that we didn't have a community. I just moved down to the Gold Coast and I like being around people and I had no one. And these people, they make you feel so warm and welcoming. And I had made friends and we're super competitive, like so competitive. And then what happened was we just bought these people and then it just slowly, literally turned us from, oh, we can lose a bit of weight. And then the guy who was running it, he saw us at the gym floor one day. He's like, oh yeah, like I'll train you for free. Like I'll do this. And you just slowly got more into it. So then the next one, we started helping it.
Yeah, I just want to connect the dots here.
Yeah,
So
go.
just to confirm, the boot camp was $39 for 8 weeks.
Yes.
And a part of their boot camp, was there an orientation or a goal setting program? Like, hey, you need to buy X, Y, Z.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we started with that. And that's where we started on it.
And the 60 people that you brought to that boot camp,
Yeah.
did they buy products off you or they were buying products off the boot camp?
I
owner at
think
the
we
time?
started, like, I think they did a few and then they're like, oh, you know, we've done this. You can actually do it. And we're like, the fuck? Like,
So you guys were just so oblivious to the world
were,
you were entering.
yeah.
we were so oblivious. We were just excited to be a part
to
of
be
something.
honest, though, at this time, we're only like 19. I'm 19.
I was
like,
18.
Yeah, we were very young.
We were very
so, like,
young.
you know, so clueless to the whole world.
I remember when I worked for World Gym in Canada, I had a guy approach me because my job in the gym was I would sell large PT packages.
Yep.
And he wanted to meet with me about this life-changing opportunity.
It's always life-changing.
And it
for
was
people.
to sell isogenics
Yeah.
as a part of the packages with the PT.
Yeah.
And he was talking about BP volume and going to the Diamond Club and going to Dallas. It was just all.
You
I
gotta-
start shaking the memories.
So Herbalife.
Yeah.
How long did this go for? And like, what was your role in Herbalife? And for everyone at home, like, I understand it's selling shakes, but what is Herbalife?
Yeah, it's selling shakes. That's really
don't-
the biggest thing.
It's not though. So like, network marketing is so brilliant. Like people can say whatever they want. It's like once you know about it, it's phenomenal business. Like it's not you can have whatever products, you could sell a book, you could do whatever, but it was the community and the things Jake and I did was to earn a notebook. Like to do a certain amount of volume points that you're talking about, sell amount of product, you got a book. Like it was basically just phenomenal marketing.
So a book was like a white belt, yellow belt, blue belt.
Pretty much, you could think of it going up like that. But that's what we just, and we got sucked in. We loved the events, we loved the community, and it took years for us to kind of like move from it.
Whenever you see something like whether it's right or wrong, and I'm not saying network marketing is right or wrong, there are goods and bads to take from everything. But if you're a gym owner at home and you were so excited to get your notebook,
Yeah.
how can you build that into your studio? How can you have those session milestones? How can you advance members up a ladder that have been there for 3, 6, 9, 12 months? How can you reward them publicly if they bring you referrals? So like before you look at any business model and say that's a fucking scam, whether it is or it isn't,
Yeah.
look at like there's always good in everything. And
They're very good
you
at
you
dangling
can
the
learn from
carrot.
everything.
1,000%. Like we saw people spend thousands of dollars so they could go to an event. And this is the thing. Humans love recognition. I don't care if you're an 80-year-old man, a 20-year-old female, everyone loves recognition. And it's something that people don't get.
So was it similar to ClickFunnels where you get up on stage and get your notebook?
It's
Very.
the same. It's the same. We walked across the stage. We got flown to a different state to go speak. Like we were in. We were.
And the big thing
Yes.
from network marketing is
Yes.
lots of notebooks, lots of awards, not
Yeah.
much money. How much were you guys earning when you were at your peak network?
How much did you
marketing?
say we were earning, Jade?
The amount of people that get on stage and be like, I'm earning this, and we personally know them. Like, as much as you think you're earning, like we were actually doing all right. I think it was like five to 10 was probably our top.
Okay.
But you've also got to remember you got to pay for the product then.
Okay.
And it's just like, and the drain that you put on your people around you because you're always talking about, and it's always like, and it's such a negative mentality, which Jake and I, we're not embarrassed by Herbalife. Herbalife, it shaped who we became and like helped us sell and do all this stuff. What made, I guess, us not love that part of our journey as much is that it was like, what can these people do for us?
Yeah.
What can that friendship circle do for us? What can that person do for us?
At every
So
event.
At everything we
every
did.
person was a potential
Li-
referral.
literally.
partner.
Yeah, which was so sad.
And just to be clear, the idea of the network marketing is you would enroll a person under you,
Yeah.
and they would sell products,
Yeah.
and they would roll on people under them.
Yeah.
They would sell products, and a clip of every product goes to the top,
Mhm.
Yeah.
or what is called a pyramid scheme.
Illuminati confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just, and it just, it after a while it gets to you, like it's like because it's in a way it's like yeah, works. Anyone can do work, but for us it was just to a point where I was like, the sparkle rubs up after a while,
Yeah.
and the bullshit meters can't kind of start rolling.
And how did you go from Herbalife to transitioning into the next thing where you're part of a group of gyms?
Well, we'd actually started
I
running.
stopped.
Yeah, we started running boot camps with Herbalife. So obviously we joined the boot camp and we ended up doing our own boot camp.
We had like
And
100 people working out in Beanley. If you guys don't know, think of the roughest area in your neighborhood. We worked out the back of a Dan Murphy's car park with 100 people in the car park.
Yeah.
We were incredibly good at referrals.
We were raw dogging a boot camp pretty much, and then from there we probably did that for another year or so. And trying to think of the timeline.
And then we kind of stopped.
Jay was Jade stopped, and then I think it really hit the end of the line just because of all the craziness. And then
I started receptioning at a gym.
Okay.
Because I was just like, I think it gets to a point where this is the point in life where people just stop believing in dreams. They're like, if you have kind of one hit, you just kind of stop because it just got hard. Started doing the gym work. You went civil.
I was always in civil engineering. Yeah.
And
Yep.
then I saw Emirates ad, and I'd always wanted to do something like that. I just loved the lifestyle of it. My biggest dream in my whole life was to be a personal assistant, by the way. So you're a personal assistant in a city wearing heels. That was it. That was my tippy top of my life.
I think what's really
think.
important for everyone at home is like, yes, Fit Tribe now, multi-seven figures, but you guys have fucking done so many things that haven't worked out.
Oh,
And it's okay if you fail time and time again. It really is.
And I think people just look at like what you've done now where it's like, no, that's not how it happens. You don't all of a sudden wake up one day. So yeah, then I told Jake, I'm going to go for this interview at Emirates because it's what I want to do. Jake is he's very supportive, incredibly supportive. And then.
But the engineering company I work for had an office in Dubai. So initially the whole goal was to transition over. And then I reckon maybe like 2 or 3 months in, the person that we'd gone to that boot camp, he's like, hey, I'm opening a gym on the Gold Coast. And it was like 5 minutes down from where I worked. And I just would rock up in the afternoon and was helping out. And they ended up offering me a position, and I left my engineering job and then started running the gym. And then that was the,
Don't get me started.
the gym,
on
the whole
offering
gym,
a position.
the gym scenario started.
So but I guess the most important thing is it always came back to health and fitness for you guys.
Every single time.
From
Every
Emirates
time.
to being an engineer because you have a passion for health and fitness. So went to the gyms, had a couple of gyms. There was a partnership that went very sour very quickly.
Yeah.
And then from there, this is the sliding doors moment. Gyms are on the way out. You guys want something else.
Yeah.
You guys have to travel to Europe.
Yeah.
What happens next?
Yeah, so I remember it was all happened within a week. So Jade's job got made redundant.
No. I quit. So so these people, when you say you're
My
close to
job
these
got
people,
made redundant.
yeah, I was like, with these people, like you're as close as you can be with these people.
And just for clarity, we're talking about the gyms now.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
gym. So this is where it's like as close as you can be with people. We were family. Like it was that. I was like very much taking advantage of like the situation, and I said enough's enough. Like it takes a lot to push Jake and I to a point. We're incredibly loyal, like so loyal. And then it was like a Saturday evening. I resigned from my position because I was like, I can't be doing this, because we were doing 6 days a week, 16 hours, living away from each other, building up these studios for other people.
Yep.
And then it just got to a point where I wasn't proud with what I was doing. And then I resigned. And then there was like a staff in the corporate room of like 10, and my best friend Paige worked at one of the studios. They were just going to get everyone on Zoom and fire them. Like that's what was going to happen for people that had worked for 2 years with this company.
Yeah, far out.
And then they tried to get Jake to do my old job. And I said, it wasn't a fact I didn't want to. I said, don't you dare. Like if that's what they're doing, I was like, it wasn't right. And so then they never actually fired Paige. I told her, because I said, let me tell Paige. She deserves to hear it from me.
Yeah.
And then we actually, the perfect timing. We actually had booked two months before everything kind of went down. we booked a accommodation going away. The owners of that studio, they were meant to be coming with us. The owners of that company were meant to come with us, but a month before they're like, oh, we can't come.
Yeah.
And so, so then we went away for 3 days with Paige, Jake and myself to this getaway.
And at this point, you're thinking, what are we going to do to earn money while we're in Europe?
No, we hadn't booked Europe yet. This wasn't even a thought.
Yeah, Europe wasn't on the cards, but we obviously needed to make money. And obviously I'd already done online fitness during COVID, so I knew I could produce, make good income. I knew how to run ads, all the fun stuff. And then I was like, let's just do online fitness and see where it sort of goes into. And yeah, it was just showing a lot of things at a wall. And Monday we started, and I think we've really
3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we built Fit Tribe.
So inception of the name, the first offer, and did you have your niche then?
I think we always worked with nurses.
Yeah. So when I used to run, when I initially coached people, I'd always done nurses and teachers, just because my whole family are teachers. My mum used to be a nurse, and the gym we owned in Southport was also down the road from the hospital. So we really had coached a lot of people from, doctors, nurses. So it just made a lot of sense. And we knew they needed help because so many of them came to our gym as well.
Okay. So 3 days, you made Fit Tribe, and then you transitioned online. What was the first offer? Were you doing organic? Were you doing paid? What was the first thing
I will come hold your hand and plait your hair for the low price, so basically let me coach you was pretty much it.
It was a free 28-day challenge. That was like our big thing. But yeah, obviously to start, we just coached people that we knew through the gym or just our networks. Obviously by this stage, we'd already done all the network marketing. So we did have a pretty decent, network, but it was just anyone and anyone. We had no niche.
28-day free challenge. What was the upsell? Did they buy 28 days after? Was it 6 months after? Like, how did you make money off that?
It
was rough. So 28 days, but we would basically, instead of doing 28 days, we get them to do like a $97 per month program. Okay. And it'll just roll around. So basically just keep rolling.
But people wouldn't roll.
So the ad was 28 days free. Yeah. And then you would flip them to $97 a month ongoing.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing the conversion wasn't great.
It wasn't, no. It was I didn't even know the numbers off, but it was not good. It was very bad.
Okay. And do you feel like it was bad because it was free, or was the wrong person you were getting in? You weren't selling them correctly?
Free people are never good. Like, I don't care what people say. Someone who's free expects the world. They want the world and they want your firstborn, and for nothing. And then it's all your fault with everything.
I think to start though, like, it didn't hurt. I think, to get some
wins.
It
teaches you a lot.
Yeah, I think to get some wins.
No harm, no foul.
I think to get some wins on the board. I'd already done online health and fitness. Jade and Paige hadn't at that stage. And I think it just allowed us to sort of get the ball rolling. Because I think realistically at that, if we didn't do that, we wouldn't have got the ball rolling. It would have just been stuck.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Like, obviously that is the far from optimal funnel, but at least you started.
Yeah.
And then just go in that direction and the path will reveal itself, as opposed to trying to put together the perfect 9-month program that you guys have today.
Oh, and over the years, we've done everything. We've coached, we've tried to do lawyers, we've tried so many different things. We've tried to go to Europe, the UK, USA.
It was like getting a lawyer to do a contract.
We went to Liberia because we
got a sale in Liberia.
We'd gone onto Google and we'd gone English speaking, and Liberia was in the top 5. Yeah. And they were calling us through WhatsApp. And then about a week in, I'm like, we're getting really cheap leads. I'm like, this is a game changer. And then I look at the median income. So we were still selling a $97 program. Median income was $50 a month for them. So we're trying to get 2 months of income. And for some mind-boggling reason, we got a sale. And we don't even know how.
We don't know how.
Yeah. The free 28-day challenge to being distracted and going to Liberia. That's what it is.
Yes.
How dare you?
And then once that wasn't working, you realized the conversion was low. You realized free people want your firstborn. What did you do next? What was the next evolution of the program?
Mentorship.
Yeah. So we went down the route of we just knew we needed help because we knew we couldn't keep doing what we were doing because we were churning. Our re-sign rate would have been in the single digits. It was pretty poor. Yeah. And
don't look at me for data.
Yeah, we had a look. We were looking for a mentor, and once again, you only know what you know, and we didn't really know anyone. We don't come from a business network. My parents, no one in our circle. We literally were just trying to find people, and then we ended up finding a course. I can't even remember how we found that course, to be honest.
It's just searching. I think we had 3 basically sale calls with people of which one would be best for us. And we ended up choosing, I think we chose the one we did was because we loved the way how he sold to us. Mm. That was the
what year was this?
This was in our first year.
Yeah.
This was in our
22.
Yeah,
cool.
in six months in, we got a mentor.
Cool. And at that point in time when you were 6 months in, How much was the mentorship? Was it like 10K-ish?
10 or 12 is AUD.
Yeah.
And were you making money at that point in time? Was that out of your savings? Like how did you afford that? How did you justify
I think we would have just been affording enough to pay for it, but that would it. Like I think this is what we did. We will sacrifice our wage so quickly to be able to grow. So it was like, it was just we basically paid it. We paid it in part payments of like 6 months or something like that to be able to pay for
an
it.
important lesson, right? Because like sometimes it's not about resources, it's about being resourceful.
Mm-hmm.
And so often people do invest into mentorships when they shouldn't really, like financially, but they just make it work.
Yeah.
And on the other side of that, not always, but sometimes it works out really well.
Every time. I always say this. It's always a time where I want to cry and we invest in a mentor. It always works.
Yeah.
It always
And what was
works.
that mentor's piece of advice? Like what did he help you get to?
So we went from the 1 month program, we started going down, we sold 3 month programs.
Okay.
So that was the big game changing. And it went from the 97 a month to 997 for 12 weeks. So we're starting to, we've like tripled our price realistically and a longer period of time. And then
Just to confirm, on the ad, it was like 90-day program or
also, from an ad, we were still doing the
Bait and
28-day
switching.
challenge.
That's right. This is when I met you guys.
Bait
I
and
was
switch.
fuming.
This stage we started doing this stage for a long time. We did a bait and switch. So it was a 28-day challenge ad, and then we'd roll them into a 3 month, 997 12-week program.
So just to confirm what a bait and switch
No,
is.
it was 997 for 12 months. It wasn't 3 months.
It was for 3 months, yeah.
3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was 3 months because I came in after.
Yeah.
So
We
just to
hadn't changed the 12 months, yeah.
So just to confirm, what a bait and switch is effectively you offer something for free and then on the phone call you sell them something different.
This
Okay?
is all we knew though. So to give you an idea, it's like,
And again, it's not saying it's good or bad. It's just what you knew at the time.
yeah, it's like what our gym, I guess our first mentor, like our gym mentor, that's how he sold. And we didn't know any different.
The most successful fitness offer of all time is a bait and switch.
Hmm.
In the US, it's a free 6-week challenge. And then they rock up to the gym, they pay for the 6 weeks, and they get their money back if they lose the agreed upon amount of weight. But if they lose the weight, they then credit the 6 weeks to the actual membership.
Yeah.
So the most successful fitness of all time, again, good or bad, you decide, is a bait and switch.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I think at that stage as well, to add to that, we started traveling. That was when we decided. So
No, because we had a few successful months and then Jetscar
Define
came out.
successful, how much money? So
Probably like 10K.
okay, it's 3 months, 997, 10K.
Yeah.
So you're doing 10 sales a month-ish.
yeah, give or take.
Probably like 3 to 5, about 3 a week, probably roughly.
And it was predominantly all through ads still?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Facebook
And
ads.
it was ads.
Only ads.
Was it call leads, book appointments, or book appointments?
It was a bit of both.
Yeah,
Bit of both.
Bit of both, yeah. And then Jetstar came out with Bali sale prices for like their flights. And Paige was going to London for a few weeks. And Jake wanted to go do a triathlon. And we're like, why don't we go to Bali? Like, let's go do it. And then it's like where they steamrolls.
it escalated.
We're like, well, then we might as well go to London. And then we just never came home.
How did you guys remain disciplined while you were traveling with time zones? And just for me, I know when I'm away, I'm just in all sorts. I'm just a man of routine.
We are relentless. Like this is the one thing. I think this is why we won't die. Is like we are relentless. I took sale calls standing over a toilet. And these were on Zoom calls. I had to find a bench. I'll remember this where I'm standing over and I've got my Zoom call in front of me. And it's just because it's a white toilet door.
Yep.
It's like we just made it work. And this is the thing. Like if it's like you've got enough will, like you'll make things work. And I remember the point we were in Bali and I was upstairs and I'd just done a sale call and I'd done it. And this was on like the second day we were in Bali. And I yelled out over the balcony and I was like, we can do this.
So you made a sale in Bali.
I was like, we can fucking travel and do this. It was like my mind just went.
Those moments in business are so cool.
Yeah.
I've had probably a few of them. One of them this year was when we made our first USA sale for a gym owner.
Yeah.
And it was an Irish girl living in Bondi who made a sale for a gym in California. It's like, this actually works.
You're like, and I think that was for us. And we didn't grow whilst traveling. We did it for 6 months and
We just maintained.
We just maintained, but I think it's phenomenal. We traveled for 6 months, got to see the entirety of Europe basically.
Went to Michelin star restaurant. Like it's just because anything we were earning was just.
I think it was the 9th best restaurant in the
It
world.
was just to fund the trip.
The fun trip.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really cool.
So at that point in time, like knowing you guys now, I imagine the thought going through your head was like, hey, if we can do this while we're traveling, we can probably double it, triple it when we get back home.
Well, yeah, the story really starts to ramp up towards the end. So we decided we were going to come home for Christmas, and Jade and I both had entered our first half marathon. It was in London, and a couple of days prior, we get into London. Jade's like, I'm not feeling too well.
It's not feeling great. No.
Jade, and then that night, Jade tells me we're pregnant, and I have a half marathon in 2 days.
Sorry.
The next day, and
How was that moment? So you're in London, you're having the time of your life, you've got an online business, and you find out that you're pregnant.
I'm not a super maternal lady, and it wasn't on the cards for us. Like, it was years away, and it was a moment where I don't know why I took even a test, because I didn't think I could. And I was like, we were staying at someone's house, and then I saw a pregnancy test, and I was like, why not? Like, I was thinking I was a bit off, and then I did it I was sat there. I literally sat there. I paged you before Jake, because I just called her, and I was like, wait, what is happening? Like, I was like, when did I get old enough to have a child?
Yeah.
And then, then just told Jake, but it kind of, I guess it's why everything kind of works out, because we'd already booked our ticket home. We'd already planned all this, and it was like, I am not a universal person. I don't have crystals. I'm not that person. But it was like, we knew we had to go home.
I'll never forget when Ellen told me, we were trying for like 3 months. I actually went to Mitch's house to walk the dogs.
Yeah.
Came home, she was bawling her eyes out.
Oh.
I thought, fuck, what have I done now?
Mitch was like, the dogs still need to be walked.
She's like, here. I was like, what the fuck is that? 2 lines. It's like, oh, we're going to just,
That's
it
so
really
cool.
is an amazing thing. How did you feel when you found out?
it was. I was so excited because, like, to be honest, I think I probably more wanted a kid.
Jake definitely wanted.
Yeah,
Jake's more of a dad.
I definitely more wanted a kid, but like definitely not at that stage. Because to be honest, like the business,
We were earning enough to survive.
we were surviving. We weren't growing. We weren't, you know, it wasn't to be honest, it wasn't probably a livable wage.
Did you
know?
instantly feel, I have to provide now?
I felt like we had to get to work, and that's what we really did.
Yeah.
You know, we came home, and it was a lot of emotions. Obviously, you know, the money mindset around things, and we had to
were
make
lucky
it.
we got a support family. We had to move back in with Jake's parents for a year.
And just to confirm, at this point in time, Fit Tribe, we're still doing around 10 sales, 12 weeks at 997.
Yep.
That was continuing as you got back to Australia, living back at home?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was so we came home, and we basically, this was in about February-ish, we went to a David Goggins event. This is such a pivotal point in our story. So we went to David Goggins event, and we sat next to this guy who actually ran boot camps in Beenleigh, a lot more successful. They ran him at the same time. We've always heard of him. Mac Fitness, if you're listening to this, we've actually seen him pass this. And he had gone into solar and doing another business. And we were telling him, I was 4 months pregnant at this stage. And he was basically saying, scaring the daylights out of us, need to get out of health and fitness, all this other stuff of what we shouldn't be doing. And we were freaked after that, because we're at a stage where we were like, well, do we keep doing it? Like, what do we keep doing?
And you're living at home, and
we're living at home with my parents.
Don't understand what you do.
No, and we're just like, what do we? So then we came home from
Your
that.
parents would have thought you guys were bums.
Yeah.
Online training?
Probably.
What's that?
They still do, I think. But then we came home, and we spoke in the front of the yard for like 2 hours.
Hours. We're like pacing up and down my parents'
What are we?
lawn.
What are we
We
doing?
would've looked insane.
And then the next day, Jake was like, okay, we'll cool off. We're not gonna make a decision. And then
So you were going to throw in Fit Tribe. You were done.
we were done. I was cooked.
I think I
because-
was probably the most optimistic. I was still trying to, the guy Jade's talking about, I respected the hell out of, because like
we both did. We knew about him. Great supplement business, everything.
And I've told this to his face. He was like famous in my eyes, and he'd sold like his sup business to like EHP Labs. Like he'd done
So
some.
he gave you some advice. You think, fire out. Like, I should probably listen to that.
But it was like all those people. It's like it wasn't wrong with what he was saying as well, because online fitness is, if you don't have the right systems, it's hard. And having a baby, we did it. We've done it definitely the opposite way to what everyone said. But the next day, Jake was like, we either need to get a mentor, we need to get help with marketing, or do this. I'm pregnant. I'm emotional. I'm not making any decisions at this stage.
Yeah.
And then this is where we made an interesting choice, is the best way I can describe. This is our first like mentor / business partner we bring on, which at that stage is that, yet again, you want to take advice from people that you want to be. Not the person we want to be, but having that person in our business where we invest into mentorship with, brought us the people that we needed. So it was kind of like a roundabout way to get to
Well,
where
that's
we are.
how we met. I was a referral.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where, and this is what I was saying is like, if we didn't have that person where same experience, like not the right person for business, but brought the right people.
When you work with a mentorship, there are some people that are successful and some people that aren't.
Yeah.
But typically you learn what you need to make the next decision. And obviously you don't want to piss money away and invest into fucking idiots who have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
But like, even if you work with the wrong person, there are lots of things that you can learn from them. And most mentors, like, they are good people and they mean well and they want to help people. Maybe they are the wrong person at the wrong time for where you are right now.
And I think but it was like, I think we were so naive and we are so trusting. We love people and I think when you get more into business is that everyone's not a bad person. It's just some people just don't have the right ideas is what you could say.
Most people just haven't got the experience and the knowledge to truly come on and be a mentor.
Yeah.
They have expertise in like one piece of the puzzle. When then you open the hood, look at the car, and everything needs to change.
Yeah.
And that's where we met.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
That's where you and Jake's romance began.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't talk to you for 6 months because you were pregnant and being a mum.
I didn't want to talk
Because
to anybody.
I dealt with you and Paige. But effectively what happened is Jake and Jayde were referred to me to get help with marketing. But I think the biggest thing I taught you guys was actually tracking your numbers and understanding the math between ad spend and leads and cost per lead and number of bookings and cost per booking, cost per call, your show rate, your close percentage, your booking to sale, your lead to sale. And I'll sit down with Jake every week and just go through that funnel with a fine-tooth comb and work, okay, the ads aren't the problem. You guys are getting bookings, you guys are getting calls, you guys are making sales, but you're not fucking charging enough. Yeah. That is the problem.
This is a year and a half in, just to like set a time frame. In about a year and a half in, we came to you.
So we'd started to ramp to a 12-month. So we'd started a 12-month program prior to working with yourself, and then, but at this stage, I think our first 12-month program was $1,600 for the year. So it was so cheap, right? And then we ramped to like 2.5, and then we got to 3K. We were at 3K for quite a while. Yeah, something we felt because obviously for us at this stage, we're also coming from the mindset of like, charge nothing. We even used to think 997 was a heap of money, because there's all that perception of like what we used to.
When you're making 997 per month, you got 3 business partners, you think that's expensive. But I remember our calls like it was yesterday. So we started working together, things started to go well.
Mm-hmm.
You're making consistent sales, you're charging 3K per month. And on the funnel tracker, the ROAS was 5, the cash ROAS was 4. I'm like, you need to fucking spend more money.
Mm-hmm.
And that was our discussion every week. What do I do, Jayme? Spend more fucking money.
We're so bad at
spend more fucking money.
Well,
and it's a hard thing when you haven't got money. And it's the same thing for gym owners. Sometimes we're spending 30 a day. Things are going great. What should I do next? Like, you don't need to do anything next except change the ad spend from 30 to 60.
Mm.
But at that point in time, like, should we do this? Should we do this? Should we do this?
Well, we're very risk adverse people. We don't gamble. We've never really been. We're not. So for us, it's like, even increasing it by 10%, that's like mind blowing.
And at this point in time, you guys were spending around $2,000 a week.
Mm.
So for people at home, most gym owners spend between 30 and 50 a day, $1,000 to $1,500 per month. So 2,000 a week is not chump change.
Mm-hmm.
But if you understand the numbers and the math at such a higher level, and you've been getting the exact same result by 4 weeks, it makes sense to spend a little bit more money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's a two-way door. You can always turn it back down.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you got to get comfortable. And I'm the worst. So we always say there's levels in our business. Jake's the most optimistic, and it's such a great level though. He's not a gambler. Like, we don't gamble, drink, do drugs, nothing. We're very like, so Jake's the most optimistic. Then you got Paige, which is pretty much, and then there's me. And I think people think it's like, oh, you've got to be one or the other. I think it's so great that we're so different. Yeah. Because if you were all like me, you wouldn't grow, but I'm great at ideas and forward thinking. But if we're all like Jake, it's like, hell, we might not have a budget. So it's such like it's good to have different soundboards because I'm not always right. Jake's not always right. Oh, surprising. That would be the first female. I said, I'm not always right. You can have that on record if you want.
Me and Mitch are a great example. Like, if it was me, we'd do 1,000 things a day. And if it was Mitch, nothing would ever get done. So like, it's a really good mix of like, hey, here are my 30 ideas. Filter the bad ones. Let's discuss the 3 good ones, and then organize a time frame to implement them.
100%.
And it is good to have a yin and yang in business, but it's also good to know your fucking role. And when I'm
Yes.
meeting with Jake once a week and I'm saying, spend more money, he goes home to you. Oh, I'm not really sure.
Imagine trying to tell
We
a
did.
pregnant woman who's like, well, our business is like just on the up. Hey, spend more money. The fuck?
This
We're
is
living
in the
at
middle
home
of
with our
the year,
parents.
by the way. Remember, Eli was born in August, so what? I think we started working at like June. It was May or June, yeah. It's like I remember the middle of the year. So
You can see me close my eyes and I'm like, I think back to that time and it was awful.
Yeah, there's so many great lessons here because, like,
Oh my goodness.
in hindsight, looking back on it, was working with me at that time, 3 months before Jade was due, the right option?
Yes.
Probably not.
No, it was.
But really think about, like, in hindsight, like, so the point is it's never ever the right time. Jade was pregnant. You guys weren't making that much at the time, but you still got a mentor and it still really helped you guys. And I'm proud to say in our second month, you made
120K. It was our biggest ever month of the whole year. I think it took us another 6 or 7 months to get back to that. So it was massive, monstrous.
And what's really interesting is, again, when I met you guys, you were already doing so many things right. It was just a few tweaks. It was like, hey, increase the length, increase the price, track your numbers.
I think it was just confidence. That's the biggest thing.
Collect more cash.
Yeah, it was just really confidence. Like, I think when we look at that, it was the confidence to be able to do all those things. Because I thought we were tracking data and I thought we were data focused, but obviously we weren't.
We got as deep as tracking each niche.
Yes.
Right? So for gym owners at home, like if you feel like everything is going right, sometimes you really are only a few tweaks away. Maybe it's a new offer. Maybe it's a new conversion mechanism. Maybe it's you're charging for a trial that used to be free. Maybe you convert people day 1, not day 28. So like you're never really as far away as you think, especially if you've been in business for a couple of years.
100%. Yeah. And I think if we never did that, Fit Tribe, wouldn't be here today. I don't think if we took that leap.
So fast forward about 6 months, marketing was solved, but then Jade, your wife, sent me a sales call recording.
Oh, don't. You know those life moments that you think back and you cringe? Mind you, okay, give me a bit of fucking
Let's paint a
grace
picture here.
So let's just paint a picture. I was like, what? Eli would have been like 2 months, 3 months. My brain, massive postpartum depression. It was a horrible time. And I thought I was doing things really well. I didn't even check the one I sent him. And honestly, I mentioned about going to see a mentor on it. It was awful.
It goes back to like you just don't know what you don't know. And you sent me
Please
that call.
never look it up. Thank you.
You sent me that call and you were proud of it. You thought it was great. And again, like,
Some of it was.
but again, and just like where I was coming from, I was just working for a massive company selling online fitness. I think I was trained by the best fitness salesperson possibly in the world. And I listened to this call. I was like, hey, like you need to make some changes here. I think that was your next evolution from like actually becoming obsessed with sales, understanding the flow of a call, which ultimately led to you guys having a longer program now, 9 months, and charging 4K. And here's the crazy thing. It's the same product, just more confidence in how you sell it.
Yeah, 1,000%. This is where we invest in our next step, right? Is that was investing, and this was a big argument Jake and I had on the street. Like we're at a point where it's like we've got our bub, we're still living at home, like we've just started to gain momentum of potentially like upping our wage. Jake's like, let's invest in mentorship. And I remember
my optimism's in.
I remember yelling at him on the street going, are you joking me? Like we've just started paying ourselves well and all this other stuff. So this is where we invested in Brooke and we became very good salespeople. Like it was okay, but you had to become great.
How did you get better at sales? What was the process?
Just getting uncomfortable was the first bit, learning, reviewing. We brought Brooke onto our team to train us and get a good script, following a script. Because I had the outline, but I didn't follow anything.
It's very uncomfortable listening to your own calls back, especially when someone is just tearing it to shreds.
Thanks, Jayme.
But honestly, it's the best way to get better at sales. So I review my team's calls today. I still review my calls, but not just sales calls. You can review your onboarding calls. You can review your coaching calls, and you can just make them so much better over time.
Yeah.
And like script, framework, but you just need to understand what you're getting out of each part of the script. So you were just chaotic. You were all over the place. I don't know what you were doing, but like
I still didn't.
But once you actually get a great script and you understand the script, understand the questions, why you ask them and how to ask them, it's a beautiful conversation. It just flows so naturally. Let's connect, make them like you. What is their situation? Like stretch the gap from where they are now compared to where they want to be. What have they tried previously? What did they like? What didn't they like? Why is it important for you to achieve this goal? Impact if you do, impact if you don't. What happens if you don't achieve it? This is our program designed perfectly for nurses and teachers. Trial close. Based on what we've said, what do you think? And that is just how you talk everyday life, as opposed to just having this rigid script that like just it's a terrible experience for you, terrible experience for them.
Yeah, no, 1,000%. And that's what we just became really good at. You were on closing, I was closing.
I stopped closing, I think, at that stage. That was when I stopped.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then we built a sales team as well. So we had setters, closers, and that year was, but it was so much bigger than what I think we'd 4 or 5x than the year previous. It was a monstrous year for us.
So started off 12 weeks. It was 997, went 12 months, 1,600, then went 6 months, $3,000, then went 9 months, $4,000. In that year, you built a setting department. So setting is calling leads that don't book to get them to book, or triaging, are they quality or not? And then had actual closers taking those bookings. And that was like the big transformative year that took you from we're almost going to quit to like, hey, this is going to be us for a long period of time.
Yeah. And that year we did over a mil, and that was something that I think if we asked that question when we first started, I never thought we would have got to where we got to. And it was actually mind-blowing, I should say. It's crazy what we achieved.
But that's the thing, right? It's like we started with no idea, and you just make mistakes all the time. Even though you think you get there and everything's wonderful, so many people don't realize why so many businesses fail before 5 years. Like even in the first year, it's some ridiculous stat, but before 5 years, so many people give up because after this, it's like we reach new hurdles, because then it comes to the old question of scale to not scale.
Yeah.
And
I think just like people that have coaching companies or help with business coaching, they're always preaching the importance of mentoring, and it can come across as sleazy or salesy because obviously, pay me, I'll help grow your gym. I've invested into 2 mentors in particular. One was 6,000 Australian and one was 15,000 USD. And both those mentors were incredible, and both of them unlocked key pieces of information I was missing at that point in time that led to fitness business consulting. And without them, it wouldn't have worked. And sometimes it is simply increase your fucking price.
Yeah.
But it is the things that you don't know that really get you stuck. Like it's not even a possibility to increase your price.
No.
And they're the big unlocks. It's the unknown unknowns.
Well, it's like a limiting belief as well, right?
Sometimes a handhold is nice too. Because if you're by yourself and all you got is each other and you feed off each other's and own insecurities, just keep staying.
And they're coming in from an unemotional, that's where it's hard with the 3 of us. It's like we're all emotional, right? We all have to make money to live. And when you get a mentor, they're coming at purely from this just makes sense. Like you upping the price, double the ad spend. Like you're just saying, well, this is what the numbers say, do it. Yeah. And then it's confidence.
You cannot read the label from inside the bottle. And last time we were down here, actually, we had James Sackle on the podcast, someone who I tremendously respect from the Sales Sniper Day. And we're having a conversation about possibly our next venture. And it was one thing he said to me, and Mitch, I was like, fuck, why the fuck didn't I think about that? And we implemented it and it worked. Just one conversation, one line.
Yeah. Yeah. You never know that one piece of information can, seriously unlock crazy stuff.
So moving forward, Fit Tribe is multi-7 figures, and you and Jay are starting your next venture together, her coaching empire. Expand on that. What is this going to be?
Oh, it's my baby. Sorry, just pause for a second. I don't know if we can cut it. Do we mention you?
No.
Really? No. Okay, no, that's all. I just wanted to check. Okay. My baby. So Jake and I, our passion is business. Like we've realized through this what we love. We love the business. We love the sales. We love mentoring people. It's just what we love to do. It's our passion. If someone meets at a business and they ask us about business, you can't shut us up. We're so passionate about it. And for us, fitness is still what we like to do. But for us, how do we combine everything we love? And for that, it's business, but then helping people grow online. That's what we think is really cool. But we also have the privilege to be expanded to so many bad experiences to know what makes things well. So we came up with the concept of her coaching empire, where women, we get them actually qualified so they don't just get a mentorship or how to grow their business or earn 10, 20, 30K per month. They get qualified. So even if they can't do business.
So you're not helping trainers go from 10K to 30K. You are trying to help yourself, who was the burned out flight attendant that actually wants to possibly change career.
Yeah.
Hey, step 1 will get you qualified. Step 2 will help you get your first client. Step 3 will teach you how to actually grow a business.
Yeah. So it's just like starting a business and choosing the avatar that suits you. I am the avatar. I am me. But I save these people hundreds of $1,000s in heartache and just be like, this is exactly what you need to do to get to point Z. I just cut out 2 years of pain and struggle and living with your parents.
Yeah.
And that's our passion. That's our passion project.
Awesome.
It's pretty cool. It's exciting.
When you first started Fit Tribe, in that 3-day launch period with you and Paige, did you ever think you were going to earn 7 figures or multi 7 figures?
Am I allowed to say yes?
And if you want.
We've always, I think because we're so resilient and we won't give up, I think we've always thought we'd have an extraordinary life together. Jake and I are the weirdest couple. People is like, he's my best friend. We work together 24/7. We live together.
Yeah, he's got a life.
We's like, but this is the thing. He is my life and we are each other's life. And it's like, we just love doing it together and we have the privilege to be able to do it together. And I think that if we have it in our passion, the money is bonus, but I think it's phenomenal that we were able to.
Last question. How do you separate husband, wife, business partners?
Yeah, I think it's definitely, it's we definitely do not get this perfect. This is still it's a continual, it's something we always have to work on, I think.
Do you ever announce, hey, Jade, your wife talking, I need my husband, like no Fit Tribe, no business talk?
Every second day. I think it's like we'll be at lunch and Jake will just come from a meeting and start talking about, be like,
Jayme showed me this spreadsheet.
Honestly, it'd be like, I just want to have lunch because you're so wired all the time. But it's also something beautiful is that is lucky that it is our passion. And it's not like I don't feel like where people put it wrong sometimes where it's like, you got to switch off and do this and this. I think it's where people go, well, what's your passion? I'm like, well, my business is my passion. It's what I love to do and it's what can earn me income. So it's kind of, I guess, a backwards way of thinking about it because people go, you can't just be about your business. I'm like, well, my business is my passion and what I love to do, the same as yours is drawing.
They're just judging you because they hate their jobs probably. How can you possibly talk about your business 24/7, 365? But it's just, you guys are growing something together, which is really, really exciting. Jake, Jade, thanks for coming on. I appreciate your time and you guys have been amazing and probably top 5 most successful people that I've ever coached. But it wasn't me. It was you guys. You just fucking executed and implemented. And that really is the secret.
And we thank you so much for that.
No worries. Cool. Thanks, guys.